done, then 'tis done, and 'twere well if we're done quickly. If the assassination could trample up the consequence and catch with his or see success, that but this blow might be the be-all and all here. Upon this bank of shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He's here double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strung both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against the murder shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity, like a naked newborn babe, striding the blast, or heaven's Charumba, horsed upon the slightest couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only bolting ambition, which overlaps itself and falls on thy other.
How now? What news?
He is almost supped. Why haven't you left the chambers?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We'll proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk when you dressed yourself? Has it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale? And what it did so freely from this time, such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same as thine own act of valor? And thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not waste upon I would, like a poor cat-eyed page?
Prithee, peace. I do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast wasn't then that you made, you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be much more than what you were, you would be so much more than a man. Nor time nor place did I adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fittest now doesn't make you. I've given suck, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it were smiling, in the face have plucked my nipple with the gumless gums and dashed the brains out. Had I sworn to you and done this so?
If we should fail?
We fail! But screw your courage. It's a stickling place, and we will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, where to the rather shall this day hard journey? Soundly invite him, his two chamberlains, while I, with wine and basil to convince that memory and order the brain, shall be fumed with a receipt of reason, a limebeck, only when in sweetest sleep their drenched natures lie in a death. What cannot and I perform upon the engirded Duncan? What not put upon the spongy officers who shall bear the guilt of our own great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, but thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received? When we have marked with blood those sleeping two of his own chamber and used their very daggers that they had done it?
Who dares receive it other? As we shall make our griefs and claim a roar upon his death.
I'm settled. And bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time, with fairest show, false face must hide what false heart doth know.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou not but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way I was going. In such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fool's, oh, their other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade, in dunder gulps of blood, which was not so there before. There is no such thing in this bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, over the one half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates. Pale haycakes off parades, and withered murder. Alarmed by this stencil, the wolf, whose howl he was watch, thus, with his steady pace, with tranquil and rapturing strides, towards his designs, moves like a ghost. Thou, sure, and firm set earth, hear not my footsteps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones, afraid of my whereabout, and take the present honor, horror, from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives, words to the heat of deeds, to cold breath gives. I go, 'tis done. The bell invites me, hear it not. Duncan, for it is Nell that summons thee to heaven or hell.
That which hath made me drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched thy hath given me fire. Hark, peace! It was the owl that shrieked, that fatal bellman, which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the serfed grooms do mock their charges with snores, have drugged their possets. And this death and nature do content about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What? Oh!
Alack, I am afraid they have awakened, and 'tis not done. The attempt, and not the deed, confounds us. Hark! I laid their daggers ready. He couldn't miss him. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had him stunned. My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now,
As I descended?
I,
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donald Bain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sore sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried, Murder! Then they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and Amen. The other, as they had seen me with these hangman hands, listening, their fear I could not say Amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce Amen? I had most need of blessing, and Amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought. After these ways, so it will make us mad.
Me thou, I heard a voice cry, Sleep no more! Macbeth does murder sleep, the innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleep of care. The death of each day's life, sore labor's bath. Balm of hurt mind, great nature's second course. Chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more. To all the house, Glameth hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things. Go get some water and wash these filthy witnesses from your hand. Why did you bring these statues from the place? They must lie there. Go! Carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with the blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again. I dare not.
Infirm of purpose, give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but pictures. To the eye of the children that fear a painted devil, if he do bleed. I'll gild the faces of the group with all, for it must see their guilt.
Hence is that knocking. How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Ha! They pluck out mine eyes. With all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hands. No. This my hands will rather the multitudinous seas in Gardine, making the green was red.
My hands are of your color, but I bear to wear hot so white. I hear knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chambers. A little water clears us of the sea. How easy it is then. Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark! More knocking. Go get our nightgowns. Let it the occasions call us and show us to be watchers, not lost so poorly in our thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not to know myself. Wake, Duncan, with thy knocking. I would as thou couldst.
Fittings now! Get a hold of yourself, man! You got to toughen up a little.
Yeah! Crazy woman!
And I perform upon the engirded Duncan.
Who dares receive it all blood? We shall make our
Yes. Let's go there.
Death!
I'm with
7 Ocean.
Blood!
so low.
It's not.
Not working, Nicole. Whether they live or die.
Who's there?
Think. So brain sickly. Ah!